The wild duck is... Ooh! I am definitely keeping it. This way. Wow.
It's just hilarious.
There's nothing better than a hot cup of tea in the morning, especially if you drink it like I do, which is very indulgent. It's just a regular black tea, but instead of milk, I mix almond milk and single cream together. It just makes it super delicious. I have a totally empty house, which is the first in ages, it seems. I had my family visiting. My parents were here for 3.5 weeks even. And also we had a couple of birthdays. It seems like it has been very socially busy few weeks, which is great. But at the same time, I am looking forward to a bit of peace and quiet. I'm also quite close to the finish line with a couple of books I'm reading, and I thought maybe if I do this reading vlog and I finish them, I could talk to you about them. But for now, I'm just gonna go and enjoy this cup of tea on the terrace while I wait for my hair to dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna finish it with the hairdryer. Okay, hair is finished. I thought I would read for a little bit longer, but it is so hot outside that my hair dried so quickly. I probably had about 10 minutes reading only. It is very hot today, but I do need to run a few errands. Oh, I forgot perfume. Quick spray. Now I'm ready. Where was I? Yes, I need to pop outside because I've got a few errands to run. But before I do that, I wanted to talk to you quickly about the books that I'm reading. You may know this already, that I always have quite a few books on the go. Today is no exception. And actually, let's do it in a different room. Okay, so I have 5 books on the go at the moment. I'm sorry, I'm such a mood reader. For example, last night, completely out of blue, I just went to my bookshelf and I felt like starting to read some Ibsen. So I picked up a book with 3 of his plays and I started reading The Wild Duck. Of course, it's gripping because it's Ibsen. So I need to be careful not to read this one before bed because I probably will want to keep turning pages. The Wild Duck is... Ooh! I've lost my bookmark! Oh. I found my page. Phew. This is a very slippery bookmark. I think that's the issue. So, it happened again. 1 second. I'm switching to paper. Oh, this is it. The fat guest was speaking. Yes, you heard it right. One of the characters in this play is called the fat guest. So, yes, I don't want to start reading it just before bed because if I continue reading it, then I won't get much sleep. And talking about sleep, before going to bed, I like to read books that are quite easy to read. They don't have to be necessarily light, but that don't require much effort. So with most of classics, I leave them for daytime reading, but for nighttime reading, I like to usually read contemporary fiction. And right now, I'm loving this book, which is Long Bright River by Liz Moore. I'm 80% in, I'm almost finished. This is giving me the vibes of... You know that show, The Mayor of Easttown, with Kate Winslet, which is excellent, by the way. It's one of the best TV shows I have seen in the last probably couple of years. If you liked that show, you will love this book as well. And also Liz Moore, I think, is becoming one of my favorite writers. And the other book, I'm switching between these two in the evening, is Still Life by Sarah Winman. This was recommended very strongly by one of my subscribers. Thank you very much for the recommendation. I am on page 135 and I need to say that initially it was hard for me to get into the novel, but past page 100, it's all coming very nicely together. And Sarah Winman's style of writing is just delicious. And then in terms of the other books, I'm in the beginning or towards the end of. Number one, as you have seen, is Frome by Edith, Wharton. I was going to return it to the library, but at the last minute I changed my mind. I know this book is set in the winter. It's supposed to be a winter read. I don't care. This book was speaking to me. Please don't give me back. Read me. I am almost at the end, something like page 80, 82. So I'm nearly there. I am loving it. And I'm hoping to finish it today and talk to you about this book a little bit later today. And then another classic I'm reading, which I'm almost finished with, is After Leaving Mr. McKenzie by Rhys, who is more known for her White Sargasso Sea. This is one of her earlier novels. I just saw it in the library and I just thought, why not? This is very good. Let's see what it's like once I get to the end of it. But I am actually considering doing a separate episode about this book as part of my lesser known classics mini-series. And finally, of course, I'm still trying to make my way through War and Peace. I am on page 125. It is slow going, okay? Slow going because I have so many other books on the go. I also have struggled a little bit with the amount of characters that were introduced in the beginning, but I think I've cracked how to go about it and how to help myself. And I will be talking about all of that probably in a separate vlog on War and Peace. Oh my goodness, you guys, this car is so hot. It's been sitting in the sun, but on top of it, the air conditioning system in the car is broken and it's not working. So I'm not looking forward to this ride, but I do have to go to grocery store and also to the post office. I'll see you after I'm back. Wow, it is hot outside. Do you know what? My husband and I often talk about one day potentially moving to Italy, but I'm starting to think that maybe I'm more of an English weather type of girl. It's nice to be back indoors. Anyway, I am going to unpack my groceries, make myself a quick lunch, and then back to reading. Let me put the plate and the glass to the side. By the way, if you were wondering what that was, this was kefir, which is this dairy product which is supposed to have very good bacteria and has become very fashionable here in the UK. But in Poland, we were drinking it for centuries and it's very common to have a glass of this with your lunch or dinner. Delicious. So, you may have seen on the video that as I was eating my lunch, I was reading Still Life. I know it's a very bad habit to be eating and reading. I like it too much to stop it. I only do it when I'm on my own in a house, like today. So, Still Life and Sarah Winman. I obviously haven't finished the book yet, so I can't comment on the overall story, but this is getting better and better as I read it. The characters in here are just, they're comical, but in a heartwarming way. And the story is coming together really nicely now. In the beginning, you are introduced to different locations and different characters, and it's difficult to see how this is all connected, but fear not, because it all ties in perfectly. So at the moment, I'm following Ulysses, who is one of the main characters in this novel. He is a young man. He was a soldier during WW2. By the way, this is set just post WW2. And this English soldier, because he spent some time in Italy, something happened there. After the war, he goes back to the UK, but then again, he receives a letter and he goes back to Florence. So I'm just at the stage where he has moved to Florence. I don't want to say too much about this book because I'm worried that I'm going to give away too much, but the writing in here, it's very laconic, but very tender. And there are tiny elements of magical realism in there. For example, you have talking trees, but it doesn't feel like you're reading a magical realism book as if you were reading Gabriel Garcia Marquez, for example. I don't know, it just works so well. This is definitely a feel-good book. But for now, I think I'm going to put this away because I'm going to make myself another cup of tea and eat something sweet and go back to my Ethan Frome because I want to finish that book today. Okay, I know the light may not be perfect here, but at the moment, this is the only room in my house that is just that tad cooler. So I'm going to read here for a bit. Wow. The ending, you guys. What the heck? Oh, how on earth am I going to talk about Ethan Frome without spoilers? I have no idea. Okay, so first of all, I loved it. To me, this has a mix of Wuthering Heights and Of Mice and Men. Wuthering Heights in terms of the narration, and Of Mice and Men because of the tragedy that is in this book and how it is presented to us at the end, even though we obviously do have that sense of gloom from the page one. Wow, I am very impressed. I did not expect it. This is such a short novella, merely 103 pages, and somehow she managed to describe the world of the key characters in a way that we can, in our minds, create this full picture of it, despite, like I said, not using that many words. In case you haven't heard about this book yet, this is about Ethan Frome, the main character, who is this farmer living in a very poor area. I think, is it New England in the United States? Not having very much money. And we're finding out about his story through this outsider who happens to be temporarily in this village for his job. It's actually, now I'm thinking about it, this is so clever in the way Wharton presented this to us, and I guess that type of narration really helped her with the delivery. But oh, the ending, you get the same sense that you get when you have read Of Mice and Men. It really pulls at your heartstrings. I'm thinking of the right word, claustrophobia. Claustrophobia is the right word to describe this book. It's about claustrophobia of our own circumstances. I think I need to think about this book a little bit more because it is definitely very impactful. We are back in the kitchen because I want to show you something I have just found in the cupboard. I haven't just found it, I was the one that had put it in there, but I forgot about it because of all the visitors. Now that I'm clearing my cupboards, I have retrieved it, and it's a bit of a dilemma because this was a birthday gift for my husband from me, which I thought was a brilliant gift, but he told me he didn't like it. So now I have a decision to make whether to keep it or not to keep it. And the gift is basically these two drinking glasses. They from Nespresso, so they weren't cheap. Even with a discount that I had, I think I paid £24, which is a lot of money for two glasses. However, my thinking was, well, it's a birthday gift, so that's okay. It's supposed to be something special. And also summer is here. We're drinking loads of water, drinking lots of soft drinks, and I thought it would be nice to have something a bit better looking and something that feels quite nice in your hand. Let me show them to you. They are quite big. This is an interesting design. So it's got these straps. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, except for one side here. It feels very nice and heavy. It is quite wide and the top is a little bit tilted. Can you see? I don't know. I quite like this. All of the drinking glasses that we have, they're smaller than this, and it annoys me sometimes that I have to go and fill them up again. Let me show you for comparison. So we have these very, very standard drinking glasses. This is definitely bigger. You know what? Let's try it out. Okay, so the verdict is I am definitely keeping it. This glass feels just so good in my hands. I swear the drink tastes better from this glass. I have just arrived at the pool where I'm picking up my daughter and her friends. I wasn't planning on filming any speaking footage, and I don't have a good microphone with me. Anyway, the reason why I wanted to record a short footage here is because as I was driving, it was about 25-minute ride. I started listening to a new book on Audible titled 3 Men in a Boat. This is an English classic, and I wish I was filming myself when I was listening to this book, because it was only 20 minutes into the book and I was laughing so hard. I had no idea that book was so funny. This is, by the way, the favorite book of my brother's. I should have known because he loves that kind of humor. I think I need to read it as a physical copy because I can't afford to miss any single word. This is so good. Let me know if you've read it. It's just hilarious. Hilarious. If I don't read it before going on holiday, I will definitely take it with me because this will just keep me in a very good mood. It's 8:45 in the evening. It has finally cooled down, so we are going for a walk, and I must say it is so lovely here in the woods. Nice and cool. This way. Yay! Go ahead. You're a good girl. I found a little bench and I think I'm just gonna sit down for a few minutes and sneak in a short reading session. Just have to dismantle all the gear. But yes, I'm still reading The Wild Dag. As expected, it's completely addictive. If you ever get into a slump, especially with classics where you just don't feel like picking up any classics, I would highly recommend picking up a play because everything happens super fast in the play. It all happens within the dialogues, and almost on every page there is something quite drastic. There is a progression in action. Hello. So yes, the pace is so intense that you just cannot be bored. And also plays don't tend to be very long. So I think if you're looking for something to get you back into the classics, read a play. This is the second play of Henrik Ibsen that I have read recently. It is all about family drama and morality of that time. Ibsen was famous for his commentary on hypocritical behavior of the society at that time. But, you know, it's all still relevant to this day. So trust me, give it a go. Hi! Did you find a ball? Again? What a good girl. I don't have to buy any balls for you, do I? Because every time we go out, you find one. Come on, this way. Okay, it's very late in the evening. It's 11:30. Before I go to bed, I am going to continue reading Long Bright River by Liz Moore. So I'm on page 347 out of 448. It feels like everything's coming to a head. But I realized that earlier, actually, I haven't even mentioned what this book is about. So we've got two characters. Actually, one key character is this woman detective. The whole thing is set in Philadelphia, and yes, there is a case to be solved, but it's almost as if the backstory becomes the main story. And the backstory is the sisterhood, because this detective has a sister. The sister becomes addicted to drugs, and this is definitely not a happy novel. This is a sad story, and if you're looking for your typical crime novel, this is not it. Its focus is on the characters, on the family, on the problems they're having. There is a commentary on addiction and on family and that whole family support system. I love these kind of books where, yes, you do have a bit of a mystery, but actually the characters take the center stage. I am going to continue reading it tonight. I'm not sure if I'll finish it because it's very late already, but on that note, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you like these sort of videos that are more of a vlog type of videos, please let me know. I am happy to do more of them, and I'll see you in my next video. Good night.